WorldCoin launched today and I desperately wanted to FOMO in, but I didn't. Welcome back to Bearman Crypto, where we talk all things crypto. So today, seemingly out of nowhere, WorldCoin launched on top exchanges as well. So it was up, it was on Binance, it was on KuCoin, some of the top centralized exchanges. This coin was literally listed all at the same time. And I'm sure, like everyone else, everyone saw this token and thought, I'm gonna FOMO in, and I myself had to resist the urge. It wasn't on my radar. This is the first I'd heard of WorldCoin, but seemingly this is a project that's been in the making for quite some time. You can see here at the time of this recording, it's currently ranked 145 on CoinGecko. The trading price at the moment is $2.17. When you look at specifically the circulating supply relative to the total and max supply, it is minuscule. So at the moment, the circulating supply is 106 million with a total and max supply of 10 billion. And concerningly, if you actually have a look at the fully diluted value, it is valued at the moment, if all tokens were in circulation, at 22 billion. So for context, 22 billion fully diluted market cap would put it literally in between top six and top seven in terms of coins. And you know, you can see here in terms of USDC, obviously that's a stable coin. That's got a market cap of 27 billion. So that will just be slightly short of that. So when I saw that, yeah, that did stop me from just jumping in without actually just holding a little while and seeing how it plays out. You can see here in terms of all-time high that it reached earlier today, $3.30. But what I have done is I took the opportunity to short this token, and I started shorting it at $2.90. Typically, I don't usually do this, but at the moment, given the current climate, I thought this could be an opportunity here. I'm not saying that the project is not good. The project definitely has potential, and we'll take a look at a few things. So in terms of the project itself, it's got some highly notable backers, which I think obviously long term it will do well. You got in terms of top tier, you got A16Z, you've got Coinbase Ventures, Block Capital, and if you look a bit further down, who else do we have? So I think at some stage, SBF obviously invested in this, and so did Three Arrows Capital, both of which obviously went under. So this project has been around a long time, and these people obviously invested way back when. I believe I think someone said Sam Bankman-Fried invested close to about 25 million. So obviously that has made him a fair bit of money since. But in terms of actual investors, it's got some well-known investors back in this project, so it's one that could definitely do well. So in terms of how the coin, the way it's been launched, basically there was apparently no airdrop. There's specific things that you need to do to be able to get yourself to qualify to receive some tokens of this coin. And if you have a look in terms of what WorldCoin is all about, it's basically about building the world's largest identity and financial network to serve a public utility. So basically, what they're going around doing is verifying people. So verify that people are who they say they are. That's my understanding at this stage. I might be wrong, and it's done through these orbs here. You can see here. So it will be interesting to see how many people will be keen to do that. At the moment, it's going to be launched across a number of countries and cities. Um, let's have a look. So this is what it basically looks like. Some of these orbs, they're launching in Tokyo. There's a whole list of countries where they're going to be launched. So here you go. There's going to be 1,500 orbs to meet the global demand. And when you think about 1,500 orbs, it doesn't sound like a lot. So it'll be interesting to see how long it will take them to build up this database. And if we have a look at, in terms of, obviously I mentioned that there's 10 billion circulating supply, so I did have a dig around just to understand myself a bit more about the tokenomics for World Token. So you can see here in terms of the key highlights, the majority of World Tokens will be given to individuals simply for being a unique human, and that's the whole verification process that I was talking about. The majority of humans who are alive today will receive World Tokens, making World the most widely distributed digital currency. So I was looking at this and I thought, okay, 10 billion supply. We currently have a population of 8 billion roughly. So that will be enough for everyone to have one token each. So I'm not quite sure where the value is really going to come from here. So if everyone literally across the whole world has got one token, what does it necessarily mean? What's the value of it? Who knows? World Token alongside World ID will be used for protocol governance. The World Token will form the foundation for the largest privacy preserving identity and financial network. So I'm sure more details will come out and emerge from this project as it grows, but I think initially it's going to be met with a lot of skepticism, a bit like I had when I first saw it pop up on my radar this afternoon. You can see, if we have a quick look in terms of those orbs, how they're going to be distributed. So you've got 32% in Asia, 31% in Africa, Latin America 19%, Europe 17.3%. So it's quite interesting, this distribution, when you actually start to look at it. Obviously a lot of it is highly concentrated in Asia and Africa, with almost half, almost less than 30% being distributed across the remainder of the world's population. So I'm not quite sure exactly what the reasoning is behind that, but that's interesting to see. And here you can see, in terms of the actual token allocation, you can see that 75% of that is specifically for the community, and then you've got 13.5% reserved for investors. Part of those people being the people that invested in the project early, that we mentioned earlier. You got some for the development team, and then you got some for the reserve. So obviously the majority of that is specifically for the community as they go through this process of verifying people's identities. But yeah, that's another thing. You can also have a look at they've actually got an app, and I guess it's through registering through this app do you get to qualify to receive some tokens. So yeah, definitely something interesting and unique, and a bit more information about the orbs and how it all works. Some people are actually saying that you actually literally use this to operate as a business, by going around verifying people's identities. Something that could take off, who knows. And this is in terms of cities where they're distributed. So this is where they're distributed in Africa and Middle East, and then obviously you've got the Americas, where they're distributed, and over here you've got the Asian distribution in terms of cities, and there you go. And what Europe looks like, they're in London, so I might pop over there and check them out. I won't be rushing to go through the verification process, but I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. But yeah, that's all really I wanted to quickly chat to you about in this video. So just to recap, I've got a short currently open on WorldCoin. I will close that short at some point if we dip under $2. That's where I'll take my profit and see how the rest of it plays out. It could go down further. We're still very much in a bear market, but the thing that I guess gives me confidence that this project will be around is the backers that have invested in the project itself. So it'll be interesting to see how it develops over time. But that's all really I wanted to share with you in this video. I hope you enjoy this content, and I'll see you in my next video.